I want to see the X86 powered VR headset with like the fucking 212 Evo cooling block sticking out of your head like a fucking unicorn, dude.
No, dude, and it's got the fucking PSU hanging on the back, like up at the top. Yeah,
no, the PSU is just dangling, like it doesn't quite hit the floor. It's just dangling off the back of your head,
ATX, like falling over. Yeah. Oh my shit, dude, that would be a thing. Right out of the gate this week, PCGamer.com, Valve Deckard long rumored standalone VR headset. And again, I'm paying attention to it because of ARM, an ARM-powered faced fucker. And yeah, I really don't care about this being a VR standalone anything, man. But 64-bit Steam client and some Army Proton, I absolutely care about that. Now, what do we think this thing's going to cost? Like 2.5 Switch 2s? Probably.
See, and here's the thing, right? Is apparently Valve has been importing or has been purchasing a lot of the components for actually making the headsets here, gaskets, straps, cranks, and so on. So yeah, this might be a bid to reduce the impact of tariffs as you know, things are being heavily tariffed coming into the US these days. But I don't know. I do wonder how this would affect the price. I wouldn't be surprised to see this come in at like maybe $2,000. What does the Vision Pro go for?
Oh, see, I have no idea. I always assume like VR Valve like starts at $1,200. Like that's just my
okay. So Apple Vision Pro is $5,000 for the basic bitch model. So even $2,000 it comes in under that. I don't know. For yeah.
A fucking used car comes in for anything like that, dude. Yeah.
Well, you can buy a used car for that much. That's kind of
that's Apple. No, I think Apple's like dialing down there. Like, oh, see, I didn't believe if we got the Apple thing. Apple's like, hey, look, it's neat, and there's like 6 people bought it. And Apple's like, it's only meant for developers now because you didn't buy a lot of them. Like,
and whenever things are like, oh, it's so expensive, like, what does the equivalent Apple thing cost? Because like they will fucking mark up literally everything. So let's get our worst case scenario. Right?
Dude, it's wild, man. But I'm gonna say good on Valve for like continuing to innovate on VR because I can see that, you know, I want that like super light slim device, man, because I think we're like maybe like 2 generations away from VR that somebody like me and maybe you at home would be interested in, which is that light thing, standalone, pop it on your head, boom, you're immediately into whatever it is. Like maybe you don't even need Wii chucks or whatever. Like it'll do, you know, inside out hand tracking. You don't have to play with it. You know, something like that. What is it? The MetaQuest or the one that Facebook has?
The Quest is the one that's been like it has its own store, it has its own ecosystem now, and we speaking of kind of bringing it back to Valve, we've seen on the software side like Valve is pushing depositories with like Waydroid and Box 64 for getting these, and I think very likely if they're
client,
if they are going to be releasing a headset, their strategy with the Steam Deck so far has been, hey, we're just going to run whatever fucking games you have. And I think it's going to be similar here where it's like, hey, you know, we're going to try and bootstrap this Deckard by saying, well, it can run all of the Android clients of like the MetaQuest games, should just work. So
it'd be interesting. And like, we've come a long way from the initial announcement of these Steam, because we saw that and we're like, that's a curious like experiment that you can pull off at home because you needed the actual stands or the lighthouses set up.
Lighthouses. Those.
Yeah, man. And a cable. So if we get some decent quality, put it on, but you're still going to need accessories. So Valve, hear me out. You know, maybe the controllers, we don't have the lighthouses, we don't have cables. So you got the headset and controllers. We still need some optional accessories. I'm thinking like a Valve, the Deckard ceiling swing. How about that?
The Deckard sex swing.
Dude, wait, why you got to be like that, man? I mean, this could be just regular or maybe some stirrups. But
yeah. Well, no. It's a bunch of PVC pipes that you can reconfigure into positions.
You could like hang, pretend you're Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In the closet. Taking my clothes off.
Yeah, sure. However it works.